One thing that I haven't been able to stop thinking about since my mum passed is that she never felt 100% enough on this planet. And I really think that if she had seen her funeral or her funerals and had seen everything that people did for her and the way that people talked about her and the way that people cared for her and everything that happened afterwards, how so many people from all over the world flew together to celebrate her, I think maybe that would have been the point, that she realized that actually she was enough. And that all the self-doubt and all the wondering if she's good enough and if she's ever going to be good enough for anybody or anything would have completely stopped. And I hope that from up there, she saw it. I hope that now she knows how worthy she really was. And I was struggling with this when I was younger for a very, very long time, that I just thought, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not funny enough. And I would constantly have these thoughts running through my mind. And I know that there's so many people out there who feel exactly that way. So many of us think that we're not worthy and that we're not beautiful human beings in everything that we do. And I want you to realize that that is not true. That is just a perception that you have of yourself, and that you have more of an impact on people, and you are loved so much more than you could ever possibly imagine. And I really want people to understand this, why they're still here. Because I would give the absolute world to make my mom realize for all these years of her life that she was loved and that she was enough and that she was worthy. And unfortunately, once you're not here anymore, it's a little bit too late, isn't it? And I'm saying this because I know how painful it is to feel like you're not enough, and to feel just this constant doubt that's in yourself, this voice that always tells you that you have to do better and you have to do more and you have to do X, Y, Z in order to be somebody or in order to be something special. And I know that society doesn't really help with this, but I also know that I tried so often to tell my mom. I tried to tell her all the time, but for some reason it didn't quite arrive. And so now what I can do is tell you this and hope that you are going to realize that you are special and that there's so much about you that is incredible, and that there's so much about you that people love about you. And if you don't believe me, I can guarantee you, if you right now go to the 3 closest people in your life and ask them what they love about you, then you are going to be so happy to hear these answers, and it is going to help you. And I know that sometimes, even when people tell us, it's really hard to realize for ourselves, but if you tell yourself this on a daily basis, over and over and over and over again, I love myself, I am beautiful, I'm strong, I'm powerful, and I can do whatever I want in life, then one day you are going to start believe it. And make sure that you're doing this before it's too late. You don't want to spend your whole life questioning yourself and doubting yourself again, and with everything that you do, in every relationship that you are in, every workplace that you go to. You don't want to have this constant feeling of uncertainty, because if you're somebody who does have this right now, then you know how tiring and how painful it is, and how all you want is just to be happy within yourself. But in order to do that, you need to put in the work, you need to put in the effort. But once you do that, I promise you, it is going to be the most wonderful feeling. And I wish that everybody would know this, because I feel like there's so many people these days that feel like they're not enough. And there's such an incredible amount of self-doubt throughout this whole world right now, especially through social media and all these perfect lives that we see everywhere. But once you realize how worthy you really are, life is really so incredibly different. And like I said in the beginning, if my mom had seen everything that happened after she passed away, my goodness, she would have really felt enough. She would have really realized that she was the most amazing woman in the whole world, and that nobody could ever replace her. And I think there was always this constant pressure to be the perfect mom, and I don't think she ever realized that she really was. The amount of love that she gave us, I mean, it changed me as a human being completely. It changed who I am. It made me who I am today. And I know that you have those qualities about yourself as well. Everybody has those qualities. Those things that those friends of yours and those family members, they could never imagine living without you, because it would be way too painful for them. Exactly like how I feel now about my mom. And I hope that she's listening right now. And that she's saying, oh God, why did I never realize beforehand And for all of us that are still here, I think it's time to realize that we are amazing human beings. Not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow, but realize that today, because that's the truth.